Hey everybody, Cliff Yates, Monday motivation video. Today I had to make it for you because you deserve it, number one. Number two, I'm here on the beach. My gym is right down the beach, about a half a mile. And after working out, I come down here to the beach. And our condo is right there. And, you know, I've been talking a lot on my shorts this past week about vision, right? About goals and setting goals and what kind of goals we should set and how we should set them. We should think about what we want. That's the most important thing, is what do you want? Set a destination. Get a visual map in your head of where you want to be, where you want to go, what you want to become. What you want to get is okay. More important is going to be what you become in trying to get what you want to get. It's more important. So get that what. The what is important, and then the why. The why. To leave a generational legacy to your family, that's a great why. This is what I want. I want a big house on the beach. So what do? You get down to the beach. You get a vision board. You get pictures of the type of house that you want on the beach. And then you look at that. Keep that as a dominating thought in your mind. That's what. Now why? Why? Generational legacy, maybe, right? To leave to your kids, your grandkids. To bring your mom, your mother. How about your father, son, or daughter? You got the what you want, and you got the why. See, you do those too. But too many times people revert to the how. Okay, how am I going to do that? Because your brain's going to tell you, I don't know. I don't know how you're going to do that. And that's going to derail your progress. And as Tony Robbins said, that's what success is, right? Success is progress. That's when we feel fulfilled. So instead of success, we want to make progress, because then we're living a life that's worth living. Too many people want success only. They have a vision of success. They get there, and then they're not fulfilled. There's a lot of people with a lot of money. They're miserable. There are some people with a lot of money, and they're happy. And there are people with not much money, and they're very happy too. So we know happiness is an inside job. I talked about that. We create it. We can't depend on other people to make us happy. Right? Can't say I'm leaving my wife because she doesn't make me happy. No, happiness is an inside job. You can leave for some other reason, but that's not going to cut it. Making you happy, not her responsibility to make you happy. It's an inside job. That's what we create. Happiness is what we create. A feeling. Don't trust your feelings. Trust your progress towards a worthy goal. I'm telling you, you're never going to feel more fulfilled than when you're making progress towards a worthy goal. That's going to be life fulfillment, a life worth living, and it's going to get exciting. So pick the what, and pick the why. Those are the two most important things to always be focusing on during your day. What and why, and the how will come naturally. It really will. The how will show up, but it's the what and the why. If you're not sure what, pick a destination right now. Pick a destination, pick a goal, a worthy goal, something that's going to pull you. You don't want to have a goal that you have to push yourself to work at, to go after. Right? There's two kinds of goals, right? Those that you have to push yourself to go after, and then there's the kinds that pull you. Push, pull. The goals that pull you in the right direction, those are the goals that are going to cause you to be relentless in your pursuit of those goals, that destination, that place in your mind on the map. Now, you may change your destination along the way. We talk about that often. Sometimes we change, but picking a port, just pick a port so we can get that boat out of the slip, right, and out into the open water. Now, along the way, we might change our destination, our port of call, if you will. But if we don't set a destination, we're going to remain tied up. Tony Robbins said the other day, I'm always getting something from Tony, right? If you don't want to be criticized, ridiculed, made fun of, attacked, then don't get out of bed. Don't leave the house. Otherwise, it's going to happen. Plan on it. But you know what? You're not going to be complicit in that negativity. Amazing, over 2,000 years ago that Marcus Aurelius said, when he got up in the morning, he said, today I'm going to meet up with some real miserable people. People that have evil thoughts. They're not doing the right thing for the right reason. And I'm not going to let them make me complicit in that negativity. They are doing what they do because of what they don't know. And they're doing the best they can with what they have. They don't know. They don't know. They're doing the wrong thing usually, but sometimes people do know, don't they? All right, I think I'll walk down the rest of the beach, and thanks for coming along with me, because it's a beautiful day down here, and I'm on the, what they call the Space Coast of Florida. So right there, down there, 20 miles is Cape Canaveral. That's where all the launches for SpaceX go off here on the east coast of Florida. And so, yeah, we're about 20 miles south of there. Nice osprey fishing. Some people are coming out on the beach. It's been pretty vacant. You know where Cocoa Beach is? I guess that's where Kelly Slater, the famous surfer's from. Cocoa Beach, that is 12 miles north of here. It's a nice place to visit, Cocoa Beach. It's real touristy. But when people come to visit you in town, sometimes they don't want this quietness. They want to go to some touristy places. Orlando, Universal, Disney, those are all 60 miles away. So Orlando International Airport is 60 miles from here, actually 58. It takes just about 60 minutes. And so I've been here in Florida for 5 years, and I have never been in traffic once going to and from the airport. And I'm sure it's going to happen someday, but after being in California and in traffic, you know, going 5 miles, you can be in traffic. But here, this area of the Space Coast is really low-key, not a lot of traffic most of the time. Now we're getting to the time of year. We do get some snowbirds here on the Space Coast, but not a lot. Not like the West Coast where they say traffic is crazy, all the snowbirds are here. You notice the difference, but it's not like on the west side. I like the east side better. I will be visiting some friends on the west side in January. I'll make sure I make a motivational video for you from the west coast of Florida. But today I wanted to touch base with you because you have greatness within you, and sometimes we need a little bit of encouragement. And if I can encourage you, you know what that does? It encourages me. Every once in a while someone leaves me a beautiful message, or they direct message me and they say, hey Cliff, those principles, values, ideas, those things you shared today kind of touched me, moved me in a positive way. I want to thank you. And you know what? That's $1 million for me. $1 million bucks. There's really no greater joy really than positively impacting somebody in a positive way. And that's what the motivational video is all about today. And so if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We are building our community of progress here. We're making good progress on building the YouTube channel. And of course, you know that's fulfillment, making progress towards a worthy goal. And if you haven't already, check out the podcast, The Cliff Yates Show. It's on my playlist on the YouTube channel, and also it's on all the podcast platforms like Spotify and iTunes and iHeartRadio, all those things. And so people are out here on the beach just having a great time. Now, if you don't want to live on the beach, but you want to live on the Indian River, which is only really less than 2 miles from here, this area, this barrier island, where I'm at right now, Indian Harbor Beach, Florida, is a barrier island. And so we're surrounded by water, and it's very narrow. If you look on your map, it's very narrow, Indian Harbor Beach. So from here, where the waves are crashing, less than 2 miles, you can be on the Indian River. And on the Indian River, I do all sorts of things. I stand-up paddleboard and since I'm dealing with boats all summer at Elm Tree Island, I hardly ever go boating here, and I don't have a boat down here. That may happen, but after messing around with boats all summer, a good 4.5 months, then when I get down here, I just want to enjoy my time playing tennis, making motivational videos for you, working out, and coaching people online. And so I don't want to mess around with the boats, but that might happen in the future. You never know. Everything changes and everything ends. We don't know, but we got to keep that in mind. Everything changes and everything ends. So maybe that'll give you maybe a little bit of urgency today to get up, get going, and get after it. Because everything changes and everything ends, including our life. And that's something the Stoics always kept in their mind, man. Amor fati was a saying from the Stoics, you know, love fate and, you know, live every day. One of the Stoics, maybe it was Epictetus, said, yeah, I may die today, but until then, let's have lunch. You may die today, but until then, let's get doing our job as a human being, right? Our human being is being, living. Let's get after it. All right, everybody. I hope I gave you a little bit of encouragement. If it did, please leave a comment. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel and share this with somebody who you think might need to hear it. Maybe they want a little vision of the beach here in Florida. I recommend the East Coast. Everybody says, hey, don't come here, it's terrible, because they don't want people to come. I want to share this place with you. I got room for your chair here. So park the car, bring your chair in, buy a place right here. There's a couple available. I would love to be your neighbor, and we're going to have fun. All right, everybody, I'm Cliff Yates. I'll see you in the next video.